Hello everyone, and welcome back to Old Dad's Modeling Mess. I'm Ed, and in today's video, I show you how I do 90% of my chipping. Now, there's many ways to chip a model. Chipping fluid, hairspray, sponges, most of those are the most popular that I see other YouTubers use and stuff like that to do their chipping with. For me, though, I prefer the old-fashioned way with a brush. Uh, I'll never tell a person how they should build their models or what they should do, because honestly, you have your own ways. Everybody is different, so there's that. This is just what I do. Plus, telling somebody else how to do something that they're doing and you're not, it's just rude. So anyway, if you have a way that you do it, continue doing it your way. Honestly, that is this here was mainly for the people that don't have the other methods or other ways to do this. Maybe they're on a strict budget and they can't afford chipping fluid or whatever, or new people that are just now getting started. That's what this is. It's just how I do it, and maybe if it helps someone, great. If not, that's cool too. But if you have a way that you do it, please don't be afraid to let us know in the comments, because the more methods, ways, however you want to say it, that get put out there, the better off we all get. And at the end of the day, that's really what we're wanting to do, is to do our best. So this is just a quick little video, mainly so you guys can see how I do it. When I paint a model, when I put the base coat down, like on this turret here, that's the dark Panzer gray. Once I've got that down, the base color, I have lots of that left over. I always mix up more than what I need, so I have it for after that's done, because I use it for doing the chipping and washes. I just lighten it up. So like with this here being a dark, in the video here it looks black, but I promise it's actually the dark Panzer gray. I lightened it up with the white there that you see in the background, and I just start putting it on there. I hit all the edges. I do those first. I'll get the corners, because those are the edges, and the corners are the places that get the most wear and tear on them. I'll put chips on the side, and you'll see me putting some lines on there and stuff like that. That's mainly for like scratch, to emulate a scratch. That sounds professional, even though I'm not. But anyway, like right there, that's what I'm doing, is I want that to look like a scratch, like as it went through the brush or something like that, or maybe a bullet hit it or something, just whatever. But I'll lighten it up, and then I go through here and I'll do all this. I'll hit all the edges. I'll put the stuff where I want, and what I do then is I take and I'll let the first layer dry, and then I'll go back over it and I'll look to see if I'm liking what I see. Now, by having all that extra base color left over, it's easy to get rid of if you do too many, because you can overdo it, or you can, you know, like on here, I'm kind of going ape shit crazy just so people get the idea of how I do it. But anyway, you can cover them up or make them bigger, however you want to do it. I normally I'll go over them at least twice. I'll put the first down, and then I don't do that in this video, but then I'll let it dry, and then I'll go over them again just to get the shape I want and stuff like that. That's really the main reason I used I used the brush method. In my Sherman video, I do use the sponge, but I'm not the greatest at it, and you know, I'm not afraid to say it. So for me, using the brush is the most comfortable, easiest way for me to get what I want. Plus, I can control the size, the shape, whatever it is. I can control all that with the brush. Now, once I get done here, and I start putting in the, I'll put in the Hull Red, since this is a German tank, because normally they're primered with Hull Red, and I'll put that inside the lighter color here on all these spots that I'm painting on there, just to give it that chipped effect. Now, I don't go over this and add any rust effects or any of that stuff. I don't do any of that. No washes, none of that. Just because I want to keep the time on the video down so you guys don't get bored shitless with it. But once you do, you add your rust effects, your weathering, your washes, and stuff like that, getting it done up into the theme that you're building your model for, whether it's a excuse me, whether it's a battle scene, you know, a winter theme, any of that stuff. Once you get done, it will tone all this down, because when you see it here at the end, you'll be like, oh wow, that's a you know, it's a bright gray, and then there's a red dot, but that all gets blended in when you're doing all that other stuff. So yeah, this is, for me, the easiest way, the most comfortable way, and it's just, yeah, that's how I do it. This one here, as you've seen, I didn't wait. You can do it this way, but be careful. I didn't wait for the paint to dry. I just went straight from the lighter gray straight to the Hull Red, and it can bite you in the ass, especially if you mess up, because then you got to clean that spot up and hope like hell you don't mess up any more of the other stuff, which I can tell you is not very, very fun. We'll just put it that way. So, getting back to this though, there's so much stuff you can do. I know that this is one of those, I think it's a ICM kit or whatever. It's one of those kits that's came in that kit haul that I bought off eBay like 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. And these kits here, both of the 38 T's here that I have are warped and stuff, so I'm using these for testers and stuff like that, stupid little videos like this. So this kit isn't actually getting built, it's just I put the turret together just for this video. Like when I put the hull together and stuff like that, the plan is I'm gonna try using certain tips for my wood burner to see how I can emulate, like ricochets from shell damage and stuff like that. So these kits here are, yeah, they're just that bad. But it's not the kit itself, it's because they're just so old and they sat so long that stuff got warped. So that, it would take a lot to save these kits. So I use them for this stuff here, instead of ruining my good models. That way I learn before I mess up, which is something I wish I would have learned a long time ago, but you know how it goes. So with all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this or liked it. As I said earlier, don't be afraid. Down in the comments, post how you do it. That way others that come through can see what you do, or read what you do and stuff like that. If you have videos or whatever, let me know and I'll shout it out, because that's what we're all here for. Help each other out and stuff like that. Like I said, we're at the end of the day, we're all just trying to do our best and make our builds look as good as we can possibly do it. So that's what I'm after. Hopefully this might help somebody. If it does, great. If it doesn't, well, sorry. Let me know if there's something you want, and I'll see what I can do. With all that, as always, thank you for watching. And if you do enjoy this type of content, please drop a like and a comment below. That'll help YouTube say that I'm doing something right, which doesn't happen that often. Excuse me again. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to help it grow and I can make more content. With that I did make a Discord. The link is in the description, so it's nothing fancy, but hey, come on in, post pictures, bullshit around, let's have some fun. Until next video, I will see you guys later. Thank you. Goodbye.